Today we will introduce you to a new killer doll you probably haven't heard of. The movie starts with a group of friends moving into a new house and deciding to explore the attic. There they find a locked chest containing a wrapped doll named Finley. Alex is very upset by this discovery and suggests to her friends not to touch anything. But Chris reassures her that it's just a doll. Eventually they decide to leave the doll in the attic, in the chest, for the night. Jenny wakes up in the middle of the night hearing a noise from the attic, and she's joined by Chris, who's holding a baseball bat. After some noise, Chris decides to check the attic, while Jenny and Alex wait for him in the room. After a while, Chris shows a moose and believes it's the cause of the disturbance. Alex and Chris go back to sleep, while Jenny goes to her room. As she lies in bed, she hears the sound of a chain dropping. She sees the doll Finley sitting on a chair. The girl isn't too surprised and simply throws the doll out the door. But the next morning during breakfast, the Finley doll is sitting on the table. After a brief conversation, Chris goes to work, leaving the girls alone in the apartment. Jenny sets out kitchen utensils on the table, on which Finley lays its eye. It seems the doll is plotting something sinister. Jenny notices the doll has disappeared from the table and assumes it's a prank by Alex. When she brings laundry into the room, Finley appears behind her with a knife in hand. She manages to fend off the attacker with a well-placed kick that the doll didn't expect. After this, Finley grabs a toaster and decides to punish Alex, who is in the bathroom at the time. After this, Alex calls Chris and asks him to come home. When Chris arrives home, he's noticed by Finley, who decides to punish him at least. For this, it takes a bat and goes upstairs to kill Chris. But the doll misses, and the murder attempt fails again. 3 months have passed. We see that the friends have reconciled with the living doll and live with it in the same house. Alex is cutting vegetables and Finley is watching her. Here, the doll decides to poison the food.
No.
After this, when Chris gets into the car, it turns out that Finley is on the back seat. The next attempt by Finley to punish people, but his deadly trap fails again.
You're so dead.
Friends accompanied by the Finley doll play charades. Chris shows the doll with a knife. The girls think it's Chucky, but the boy shows that he missed and the friends guess it's Finley. Disappointed, Finley decides to make another murder attempt and takes a gas canister. He attacks the girl, but the killer doll still can't harm these people somehow. In the next scene, Finley attaches a crossbow to Chris's back and, using a thread, activates this deadly trap. Screams are heard from the room, and Finley thinks he has finally managed to kill one of these friends. But arriving at the crime scene, he sees that the company is yelling at the cat because it did its business on the carpet, and Finley's trap didn't work. He hears how friends condemn the cat and want to punish it. But since the killer doll befriended the cat, Finley takes the blame. Disappointed, Finley says goodbye to the cat and returns to the attic to his box. He misses him so much that he even starts to cry. Burglars break into the house at night and stun Chris while the girls are tied up. Finley hears all this and goes to check. He sees the tied-up friends, and one of the burglars points a gun at the cat. He decides to intervene. While one of the burglars decides to have fun with the girl, the other checks the attic. We see Finley camouflaged among other toys in the attic. Suddenly, marbles appear in front of the burglar, and the man falls into the trap. Finley manages to kill the burglar, and the doll is very pleased with it. Then he tortures the last burglar and deals with him. After a while, the friends give Finley a gift, and they all drink a milkshake together. But they notice a strange taste. It turns out that Finley added something to their drink. What exactly? Write your guesses in the comments.